Welcome to Ending Coverage in Wireless Land. We're going to be covering some very important concepts. First of all, the fact that coverage is still important. We can't do away with it just because capacity is needed. We still need coverage where we need coverage. Secondly, coverage is not simple, and we'll talk about this as well. It's important to understand that coverage is the foundation of capacity. You certainly cannot have capacity in a given area if you don't have coverage in that area. And, of course, coverage is technical. So we'll go into several of the technical aspects related to coverage today. Now, I said channel access is important, and the two big ones here are the nav timer and CCA, clear channel assessment. The nav timer is set according to the duration value in the MAC header. So the nav timer is a layer 2 factor in channel access. And basically it's set by the duration value in a frame that it sees, so it can only be set by a client that can process the frame. The frame is transmitted at a given data rate, so not all clients will be able to process the frame. If they're too far away to be able to process that frame at the appropriate data rate and demodulate it, because what do they not have? A good enough SNR, right? So the signal noise strength is not good enough. They cannot therefore demodulate, but if they're in the area of the BSS such that they can participate in it, then it should mean that they can demodulate the PHY layer headers. So the PLCP header and the PHY preamble should be able to be demodulated. That's going to tell them how long the current frame is that's actually being transmitted. And that's because there is a length value in that PHY header. The CCA idle then is two things. It's carrier sensing. The clear channel assessment is carrier sensing, and it's energy detect. So carrier sensing means it's actually detecting a frame. We're looking at those PHY headers. We're seeing that an actual frame is being transmitted. Energy detect is saying, well, I'm just seeing RF energy. Maybe it's 802.11, maybe it's not. I'm just seeing RF energy above a certain threshold. So with energy detect, when that is used, basically the client cannot transmit because it's detecting RF energy above a certain threshold as specified by the physical layer in the standard. When carrier sense is there, it actually does see that frame. It's able to begin to process the frame. Again, it may not be able to demodulate the upper layer payload, which is called the MPDU, coming down from layer 2, the PSDU, as it's referred to at layer 1. So it may not be able to demodulate that information, which is transmitted at a higher data rate than it could possibly process, but it can see the PHY header. So it knows that a frame is being transmitted, and it knows the length of that frame.